Hey everybody. I figure I have time here before I go to work to do this little vlog here, talking about a couple things here. One that I read on the internet late last night, and about someone within this community that's breaking a very important rule. First, let me talk about what I saw on the internet. Supposedly, the rat tail, which is a very odd hairstyle. Well, not necessarily a hairstyle. It's a little strain of hair hanging from the back of your head there, either braided or unbraided. That supposedly may be making a comeback. Now, I read this on a couple of internet pages late last night before I went to bed, and for the past while now, I've been thinking about trimming my hair again, but possibly having one in the back of my head. Braided up, of course, with some yarn mixed in with it. Now, in the past, I've seen guys around the 1980s have little tails at the back of their head. In fact, I remember one time at lunch, there was this one guy who was into Prince, The Time, Rick James, and some of the guys in the group that I was in was looking at him like, keep that tail away from me. Don't come near me with that tail there. So, but then again, at that time, things were very segregated. You know, we had the goth kids, we had the metal kids, we had the funk kids. Everyone was segregated. No one associated with one another. It was stick to your group, and that was it. Now, in this day of open diversity, things are starting to look a lot more acceptance. Now, after we get done with the Texas Renaissance Festival, which will be this Saturday, it's the last weekend, me, my sister, and nephew are planning on going. And of course, we will do a couple of vlogs and photos while we're there as well there. I may be looking into a trim of my hair again there and possibly having a rat tail added. Have to wait and see there. Now, the other subject I want to talk about is Tony from Reveah, who, as you know, started his channel not too long ago. He's already did a few live streams on it. But the problem and I mean me and many others in this community have, is the people he's been featuring on his channel there. And we're talking the likes of Danny MT, Scott McKinnon, and possibly DJ Forever Play. Now, Scott McKinnon, as you know, is the devil. He's been known to start shit with people for no reason. He's made videos about making threats towards this person and that person there. He's been known to break up relationships and partnerships within this community. The man is demented inside, no doubt about it. Go to Devious Dave Rose's channel there and look for a 7-hour evidence marathon of all the clips, the audio clips of Scott McKinnon making this outrageous claim, making this outrageous threat, and you see what I'm talking about. And Tony from Reveah, not only is he an idiot for having Scott on his channel, he's also twice an idiot for having Danny MT on his show. A man who likes to use violence as a means of solving problems. A man who admitted that he is a racist. Who's called Nikki Nines a derogatory word directed towards Jewish people. He's also called Nicky Nines a wetback. And I don't think Nicky Nines is a Mexican. And what bugs me is that if I ever return to Houston after getting my car, I'm going to be on the lookout for this fool because he apparently lives in the Houston area there. And the last thing I want to do is run into him, that's for sure. I'm not afraid of him, but I just don't want to deal with him. You want to establish your channel, Tony? Talk about pop culture. What's wrong with it? Talk about the music you grew up listening to. Talk about what's on your mind. Other than having these losers within the community, these rejects, or talking about this brand of weed or this flavor of weed, you know, that's that to me is boring. I don't smoke weed. I'm so surprised that you thought I did on YR's show weeks back there. So, Dr. Earl, when you get high, do you see the colors or different images? I'm like, what are you talking about, you moron? Jeez, man. I haven't had a beer since last year. And that was at the concert pub, seeing a Motley Crue tribute group. And that was a couple weeks before the pandemic hit us from behind. Haven't had a beer since that. And you know I don't smoke weed. You know I don't do drugs. You should know that. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for the time being. I'm off to work now. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. You guys take care.